This video is brought to you by you, the viewer. By using our product links in the video description or using our Amazon bookmark, you help us make videos like this. Thank you. Welcome back, Scopers, and welcome to the channel, Peekers. TechnoScope has a lot of content coming at you pretty soon. I know things have been slow for the last couple months, but this is really just the quiet before the storm. There is a lot of stuff planned, and basically this particular episode is to tell you what's coming. I'm going to start doing these yearly addresses basically to show you or tell you what has happened in the past with TechnoScope and to tell you what's coming in the future. Right now we have a lot of stuff planned. I say we. I know it's only been me so far, but I have been talking to other people, and there will be other people involved with this. TechnoScope, basically. Well, let's start over. Let's start here. February 11th, TechnoScope will be 1 year old. That will be the day that I first created the YouTube channel TechnoScope. Not the date of the first upload, but the day that I created the channel and I started preparing everything to start uploading and start creating the community that we have here now. That first year basically was more or less a proof of concept to say that I can not only create this channel, but that it can be successful and it can be self-sustaining, which means basically that it makes enough money to pay for itself without me having to supplement every month and every year and so on and so forth. Right now, it is not profitable. It is not even close to turning a profit, but I have proven that it can more than make enough money to run itself and actually make enough money for me to live off of. So, like I said, the first year was just proof of concept. I uploaded somewhere around 45, 46 videos over the past year, but only about 33 are still relevant and still active on the channel. So with 33 active videos, TechnoScope does have an income that it's generating based off of basically ad revenue and commission sales from things that sell on Amazon and eBay, things that you click on and decide to purchase when you visit my videos. It actually helps a lot. Like I said, it's not profitable. It's still losing money at this moment, but I do have plans to turn it around. But basically, I can't say enough. I have to thank all of you. This channel would not be what it is if it wasn't for the community and it wasn't for people who generally are thankful for the work that I put in, and they're thankful enough that they're like, hey, you put up this video, I'm gonna click your links and buy this product if I want it. That helps me a lot. Watching the ad rolls at the beginning of the videos, that helps a lot as well. YouTube Red doesn't help so much yet because my audience is so small, but even that helps. So I just want to say thank you to all those in the community out there, and especially those of you that actually leave comments. A special thanks to you. I love interacting with the community, and I really love it when you feel passionate enough about something to actually reply back. But so we're what we have done in this past year. We've hit about 2,600 subscribers. That's now compared to big tech channels out there, and everybody has their big tech channel that they go to. If you're on this one, you more than likely have seen the others. 2,600 is nothing compared to them, but 2,600 is something compared to nothing. 2600 is nothing to sneeze at. There are a lot of channels that are a lot older than my channel who have nowhere close to 2600 subscribers. So I want to seriously thank each and every one of you who have subscribed, and thank you for subscribing. And I do want to say, over the last month or so, or actually it's been about the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have lost some viewers, and I know that that's partially because I don't upload. I haven't uploaded enough recently. It was a once a week schedule until about December, and then it really slowed down. But the reason for that is something that's coming up, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. But for every one of you who are sticking around, you are in for a treat. I have some seriously good content coming up. Over that past year, we have hit about 254,000 views on the channel. That is awesome. That is subscribers. That's people who just come in the channel to see something that I posted a video about that was relevant to them. Maybe they didn't want to stick around, but for whatever reason, they saw the video, they did what they had to do, and then they left. It happens. I need to find a better way to get those people to stick around, to get the subscriber numbers up. But you know that, hey, if they don't really want to stick around, I won't force them to. I have no way to force you to. But I think that will happen generically with the stuff that's coming over the next year. But those of you who have stuck around, thank you. 254,000 views. That is amazing. That is amazing. That's mostly one video, and most of you are here because of that single video, and you know which video that is if you're here because of it. That equated to around or about 1,176,000 minutes watched. Now, I've talked to some people who are curious about starting a YouTube channel, and they're like, well, can you just watch all your own videos? Sure you can, but you'll never reach that number. 1,176,000 minutes watched. That's like years. I haven't calculated that out, but that's like years of watching. So, no, you can't do that by yourself. And thank you for each and every one of you who have watched those videos, especially those of you who watched to the end. I know a lot of you, not a lot of you, but a lot of people who watch those videos, they jump out around the 4-minute mark, and I can see that in my analytics. So, and if you've stuck around my channel for quite a while, you know that I have very few videos that are around 4 minutes or around 4 minutes in length. They're usually a lot longer. Over the last year, I was actually contacted by Creative Minds, the company that made the Media Hub, the Xbox One Media Hub. My video was basically uploaded, you know, the moment that their product became available in the US. I was already on it because I knew that the product existed before they even sold it here. And it came to their attention. Somebody in the company found the video and they started sharing it amongst each others, and they really liked it and contacted me about it. They actually sent me two other products to review, which I still need to get to. Unfortunately, the problem was the products they sent me were not for Xbox One. They were for PS4. And I didn't have a PS4 at the time. So it was like, I know that y'all loved my Xbox One video, but why did you send me PS4 products? What am I supposed to do with these? But now that I have a PS4 and I've gotten somewhat comfortable with it, I'll be getting around to doing those product reviews. Better late than never, I guess. I was also contacted by a couple other companies that wanted me to, or a few other companies that wanted me to review their products. I really won't go into those. If you've seen them, you know who they are. Those videos haven't been as popular because these are smaller companies and their products really don't have as high a demand. It's not necessarily that the demand isn't there. It's just that their product isn't quite as unique as the Media Hub. So demand for the videos just isn't there. But basically, that's what happened over the last year. That was pretty good. So where we're going from here, over the next year, the video format, I've done some testing and I've heard the feedback. Some guys have actually messaged me, and guys, if you have beneficial criticism, always send it to me. I'm a realistic guy. It doesn't hurt my feelings if you come to me and say, hey, I think you should do this, or I think it would be better if you do this, or maybe you should try doing it this way because the way you do it doesn't, help me, or it's not beneficial, or it doesn't appeal to the YouTube audience, whatever it may be. Constructive criticism is always welcome. And there was a guy that actually sent me a lengthy message on YouTube, and he was pretty passionate about it. He even told me up front, he's like, hey, I don't normally contact people, but he thought what I was doing was pretty good, and he saw the potential, basically. And it was interesting because everything that he said in the channel that he thought I should do differently was things that I was already considering, and things that I'm kind of looking at, checking my analytics and making sure this is how the audience is going to react. And it's like, hey, we're on the same page here, So thank you for those of you who actually contact me with that kind of stuff. If you ever have any ideas or anything for stuff that you think I can do differently or better, always contact me. I really love that stuff. It really helps a great deal. If I'm not already thinking about it, maybe you could put the thought in my head, and I'm usually very quick to make changes that I think will really help the channel. So make sure you keep those coming in. But yeah, in the next year, I'm going to head towards shorter, more frequent videos rather than longer, comprehensive videos. The long video on the 49-inch computer monitor, if you actually watch that video most of the way through, you notice that around the 5-minute mark, I did like this pause kind of conclusion thing for people who normally jump out around 4 to 5 minutes, and I was like, hey, if you've seen everything you need to do, this is what you need to know. And then I went on for the rest of the video, and I talked about what the people who wanted the in-depth knowledge wanted to know. That's good and bad in ways, because there's some people who see the length of a video and they immediately say, hey, I'm not going to watch that, that's just too long. So they completely skip the video just because of the length. They don't even realize that, hey, he gives you everything you need to know the first few minutes and then just goes into depth the rest of it. So I tried that, and it kind of worked, kind of not. I mean, the video is actually doing fairly well. It's gotten over 4,000, probably close to 5,000 views now. It's been up for a little over a month. And that actually puts it in one of my most popular videos. Now, believe it or not, and I know this is a little sidetracked, but believe it or not, my most popular video, the one about the Media Hub, is at like 166,000 views now. That video sat stagnant for well over a month before it actually caught on. And that was more my fault than anything else, because I didn't really take the SEO part of YouTube videos seriously back then. So the title wasn't conducive to getting views, and the tags weren't really conducive. And basically what happened was I went back and edited the title, edited the tags, and it just so happens that it all aligned with Microsoft announcing that they were going to introduce 360 backwards compatibility. And all of a sudden, everybody was like, wow, this is great, but I need more storage, So, along with some other stuff, they now have the DVR and some other things. Everybody wanted storage all of a sudden. So, doing that, and it just all kind of lined up together. And then the next week, that video jumped from 800 views that it had accumulated over the first month and a half to something like 30,000 views, and I mean in like a week's time, and my subscriber rate was I think I was at like 60 subscribers or something, and all of a sudden it jumped enormously. I had like 400, 500 subscribers overnight. I broke 1,000 after about 2 weeks, and I was just amazed. It's ridiculous. The reason I haven't really done anything since then, and as far as subscribers, is because I've been kind of testing the waters and everything. Like I said, last year was a proof of concept. 2016 is where we really get down to business. But anyway, back on track. Shorter videos, more frequent videos. Things that are coming up. If it's a long topic, it'll just have to be split into multiple videos. And I honestly used to think people were doing that because they wanted the ad revenue, but it turns out that you have to split videos on YouTube because the attention rate is just not there. There's a lot of ADD on YouTube, and people want the information. They want it. They want the information. They want it quick. They want it right away. And if it's too long, they just don't want it. Like this video right here, only the hardcore viewers are really going to watch this, and well, I guess you'll just be ahead of the game because you'll know some things that others won't. But more reviews are coming, more demos, more tips. I'm going to work on that stuff. Like I said, we're going to get the video rate up. My aim is to be at about 3 videos per week, 3 normal length, below 5-minute videos per week. There will be some longer videos mixed in with all that, but I'm trying to get 3 5-minute, on average 5-minute videos per week, and that's reviews, demos, tips, things like that. Topics that need longer videos will get longer videos. I'm not going to cut those out. I'm not going to say, hey, I'm doing this really nice thing that everybody wants to see, and then, hey, oh, sorry guys, it's 5 minutes, cut it off. I'm not going to do that. But more videos, 5-minute, on average 5-minute reviews, demos, tips. Also, one thing I want to mention, this is called Tech No Scope. Tech-No, K-N-O-W, Scope. This has been like 95% tech over the last year. So one thing that I want to do for 2016 is kick up the no scope side. Instead of just introducing tech and showing you stuff, I actually want to do some educational videos to teach people some of the basics they should know so that they don't get burned when people start lying to them in the industry or marketing terms that lie to people. So I think that you should get a general basic idea of some of the knowledge that I have, and once you know some of this stuff as well, it'll help you out. I'm probably going to start with electronics theory, Ohm's law, just so that when I get that stuff out there, you won't be one of those people that fall for the USB cable that shocked somebody while they were on the phone or something. It's all crap. It's just Facebook chain letter spam, basically. But anyway, I'll probably start with electronics theory. I will also go into 12-volt stuff for cars. Car tech was actually supposed to be a big part of this channel, and it hasn't been so far because I haven't really spent any money on car tech over the last year. But I will get into that big time. I will cover things that you should know, especially if you want to install things like amplifiers, speakers in your car, aftermarket radios, things like that, in that matter. We'll actually talk about car alarms because I've actually installed a remote start car alarm once, and it's an experience I will never do again. Let's see. There is a weekly webcast in the works. I call it webcast because I think the term podcast is outdated. Podcast is basically audio going to an iPod, and people don't even use iPods anymore. it's a webcast. It's video, it's audio, it's all of those things. It's over the internet. There will probably be a podcast version, but like I said, that's in the works. There are no set plans for that yet, but I will definitely have a weekly show coming soon, and it will not just be me. It may not even be me at all. It might be some of the guys that I'm going to be working with. But there is a webcast in the works coming sometime this year. One of the big things that people have landed a lot of you here, some of you here, a thing that brings in a lot of eyes, not necessarily permanent viewers. We will be doing more giveaways. We will be doing a lot more giveaways. Not necessarily this entire year, but hopefully somewhere around the second half of the year going forward, we'll probably start doing regular giveaways, probably regularly scheduled giveaways. I even have a giveaway URL that you will just go to anytime you're curious if there's a current giveaway, and it will take you to the page or YouTube page, whatever it may be that you need to go to see that stuff. But I will be doing more giveaways and far more regularly than what I did last year. It's kind of a way of giving back to the community. There won't all be big things. Last one I gave away was Halo 5 on the release date. I gave away a Chromecast last year. It will be things like that. Somewhere in the $50 range, I will do those regularly. $50 to $100. Occasionally, I will do big items. Late last year, I was going to do a console giveaway, but it never ended up happening, and it may still happen actually. But there will be occasional big giveaways. It won't just be small things all the time. We're going to be reviewing a lot more product, and I'm not going to be able to keep everything that I review as well. So some of that stuff will be given away as well. Let's see. Okay. So what we're working on right now, if you haven't noticed, there's only one video about it right now, but there is a project in the works called Project Sledgehammer. It is the entire reason that everything has stopped on the channel so far. When I made the switch to 4K last year using this camera that I'm talking to right now, the Panasonic Lumix GH4, my computer didn't really make the transition so well. I will render this video on that computer, on my old computer, but it struggles hard. It struggles very hard. The last video that I rendered took over 5 hours of rendering, in addition to the 5 hours it took to edit the video. And when I import files such as these 4K files, I have to walk away from the computer for like an hour or two while it imports the files. It's just entirely too slow for this process. I am doing Technoscope, but I will also be doing other channels, some related, some unrelated. And there will be a lot more videos coming this next year. And my current computer is not up to the task of doing these videos. I want to be able to kick out at least 3 videos a day. 3. And so far I can barely do 1 with that computer. So Project Sledgehammer has my full priority right now. Hopefully the computer will be finished by the end of February, early March, somewhere in that area. But basically, right now you're in the calm before the storm, because once it's complete, the flood doors open, videos start coming, and there's a lot of stuff coming up. Like I said, not all of it is Technoscope, but there's a lot of stuff coming. If you really want to see the other channels that I'm working with, there's on the page, there's a box that has links to my other channels. You can click on that. You can go to on the mobile version. If you swipe over on the different tabs, there's a one that says channels, and that has those channels listed on there. You can go to the TwistedCurve Productions page to see basically all it has is a playlist. It has all of the different channel videos listed on it. That playlist is also at the bottom of the TechnoScope YouTube page. But basically, this is the calm before the storm. Right now I'm in college. Some of you know that I went back to college. I'm actually taking a class on Premiere this semester. I want to get very, very good with using Premiere. So far I've been using Vegas, which is done fairly well. But I heard Premiere is more powerful, though more complicated, far more complicated. But I'm learning Premiere, and that will hopefully help not only edit these videos, but help with producing things faster. But yeah, that Project Sledgehammer is priority. Once that's done, that's when everything opens. Also, some of you don't care. A lot of you do. If you're a subscriber on this channel and you came here because of the Media Hub video, you will probably care about this. I saw the writing on the wall. Gaming on the internet is enormous right now. It is probably the most popular subject as far as tech and tech related things on YouTube, Twitch, and all these other live streaming platforms. It is enormous. It is really the gorilla that's kind of like sitting on the sideline waiting to crush everything. So I will be introducing TechnoScope Gaming. The YouTube channel is actually already there. I won't necessarily announce it right now, but the YouTube channel is already there. The URL was already created for it. There's actually a link on the channel section if you want to go there. There's no videos on there. It's just the introduction that I'll be using is on there right now. But it'll be gaming.technoscope.com. Let's go ahead and tell you that. There's nothing on there right now, but I will be introducing that channel. And that channel was created because I will be doing, hopefully by the end of this year, I will be doing so much gaming stuff that some of the people that want to see just tech will not necessarily want to see all that stuff. Because I'm trying to get a hold of somebody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They may not even have to be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but I'm trying to get somebody that will that is a serious gamer that will demonstrate or demo A+ titles on the day that they come out, or if I can actually secure an early release, they'll demo the early release. I can do it myself, but I plan to be very busy later this year, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But game demos, retro gaming. Let's see what I got it on here. I'll be doing gaming demos if I can talk. We'll be having gaming sessions with multiple people playing. We'll be doing a gaming news segment. We'll be doing retro gaming as well. I could do some of those myself, like the old Mario I'm probably going to avoid Nintendo because they have been, there's no way to really say it other than say it. They've been dicks about how they want to handle their fan base on the internet. They have been ruining channels that upload Nintendo content, and I'm not really sure I want to go there with them. But we'll see how that goes. But there will be some kind of retro gaming on there with old games. Probably not Oregon Trail. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Oregon Trail, everybody gets dysentery. That's just what it is. But the older games, we'll figure out a way to do it. Nintendo, Sega, and whatever else I can come. I used to have a Jaguar too. That'd probably be interesting. People would probably like to see that because nobody had a Jaguar. But yeah, there will be retro gaming. Now, my gaming channel will not be solely console gaming. It will not be solely PC gaming. It will be a mixture of both. I know that on the internet, for some reason, there's this like war that's brewing. You know, people who are on the console side and people who are on PC master race, and everybody thinks they're better than the other or smarter than the other or whatever. Console gamers like, yeah, I didn't spend all my money on a computer, and computer guys are like, yeah, your console is not as powerful. And who cares? This is gaming. This is for entertainment. This is not supposed to be comparing yourself to somebody else. If you enjoy it, do it. Personally, myself, I used to be a PC gamer, and I switched to console gaming because the console was in the living room, not stuck at a desk. I had a bigger TV. I got surround sound now, and it's just a better environment. That's why I have an Xbox One. That's why, even though I had this PC in there, I wasn't really gaming on it. Now, I will be gaming on Sledgehammer, but I will not be walking away from console gaming anytime soon. Yeah, I will be doing both. Seriously. I can't wait for I can't wait for Sledgehammer to be finished, because one of the things I want to see is a nice game in 4K on that 49-inch monitor. That's going to be nice. But yeah, if you don't know, Sledgehammer is an all-out PC. I'm going all out on that. But anyway, yeah, console gaming, PC gaming. It's going to be like this on that channel. It's not, one is not better than the other. We will be holding, well, I'll get to that in a second. But it will be PC gaming, it will be console gaming. All of that will be on that channel. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be an all-inclusive thing. Let's see, just a review: gaming demos, gaming sessions, gaming news, retro gaming. The big thing that I'm gonna do on that channel that I haven't said yet. Man, take a sip. We will be doing gaming competitions. They will start small. They will start in the Dallas area, obviously, because that's where I live. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to probably start out recording these competitions, where I'm going to get so many guys, and we'll do a what do you call it? A bracket. And once you beat those people, you go down and you'll do a championship, and the winner of the championship will get a prize of some kind. It may be cash, it may be a product. As we go, hopefully I'll be able to bring on sponsors, and the more this goes, the more momentum it gets, the bigger it'll get. So I want to start out, maybe I'll probably start charging like an entry fee, and then I'll take all those entry fees and you'll get like a cash prize out of it, or I might be giving away game accessories, controllers, maybe even a console if it's a big enough event. Who knows? But these events will be recorded and uploaded onto YouTube. And also, I want to get to the point where I can live stream them as well. So you'll be able to go to YouTube Gaming or to Twitch and watch these events live, basically. And I wanted to make something big out of this. This is one of my biggest projects in the works. These game competitions, I think, are going to be huge, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to get Sledgehammer up and running, because it's going to really be working its butt off if these game competitions turn out the way I want them to. But like I said, that's one of the things I'm working on. Competing. It'll start out with consoles at first, because that's just easier to do. To take a console, hook it up to a TV, but there will be PC gaming eventually. That's far more involved than a console competition is. Like I said, I will be recording this stuff. It will be video recording. It will be game recording, just so that you can get the whole full experience, if you're there or not. And hopefully this will be a big enough event one day that we have to rent out hotels on the weekends. what I really would love to do is to get to the point where I have to hire a full-time crew that runs these competitions, and I buy them a truck to load all the equipment in, and they hold different events all across the country. That's where I would love to go with this. I mean, I seriously want this to be a big event. It'll start small. It'll start in Dallas, but the sky is the limit. That's the way I feel about everything that I'm doing on YouTube. The sky is the limit. It's just basically how ambitious are you and how hard are you willing to work. But I think you all will love that. I think you will love that series. And also, as far as the gaming channel goes, we will be doing giveaways, obviously. They will probably happen on a regular basis, probably like once a month. Or actually probably 3 times a month. It depends. I don't want to leave anyone out except the Nintendo users. We will not be doing Nintendo stuff. Nintendo is just, they're just being dicks about everything. So the Wii U is automatically out. Any console that Nintendo comes out with in the future is automatically disqualified. It's just not going to be in the competition or anything related, because they have no remorse. They don't care for their fans. They don't care, if they destroy your life and you are a hardcore fan that's basically advertising their product to the world. They don't care. Their lawyers say you shouldn't have their content up. Is basically what it comes down to. I heard Sega was the same, but I haven't really seen anything or heard anything about Sega. And of course, Sega isn't really around these days. They're into like mobile gaming, so I don't really know about them. But I know what Nintendo is and what they have done, so there won't be any future Nintendo content. Don't expect Smash Brothers. Don't expect Mario or any of that stuff. Sorry, it is what it is. And if Nintendo changes, I'll change that policy as well. But there will be giveaways. Xbox One, PS4, and PC gaming giveaways. I don't know if it'll be just 1 a month or 3 a month, but there will be giveaways for that. And that's basically... Nope. Take it back. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the unrelated channels. Like I said, I will be doing other channels that are unrelated to TechnoScope. And basically, these channels, it's not really anything you need to know for TechnoScope, but I am doing other channels, so this is not my only work. Totally Unpacked is already established, but there are no videos going up at the moment. Totally Unpacked, if you don't know, and you probably don't, is a channel I created to do reviews of products that are non-tech related. Household items, normal consumer items, basically anything that's non-tech. Eventually, that channel I would like to grow to a point where it is the go-to channel or go-to place for companies that want to have their products reviewed. And I'm talking about household items up to like cars, trucks, RVs, things like that. And if I can pull it off some kind of way, like I said, the sky is the limit. So private jets. I mean, obviously most of the people on YouTube aren't buying private jets, but I mean, I think that people would love to see the inside of a private jet and have somebody review a private jet. How cool would that be, just to have a tour and demo of that? So that's what Totally Unpacked is, basically the inside out experience. I am working to get a talk show off the ground. This will be completely not me. It'll be other people. I might, make guest appearances, but I am trying to get a talk show off. People on this channel probably don't care about that. But I do have that and other channels planned out. Alright, well, I guess that beeping means it's time to end this video. So, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any comments, suggestions, or recommendations or anything, go ahead and leave those below. I hope you stick around for this next year. It's going to be very exciting. And I know that if you can hear that, if it's picking up that beeping, it's annoying. But I hope you stick around for this next year because it's going to be far better than last year. 2016 is when we really take off. Last year was proof of concept. 2016 is the real deal. Hope you stick around. I hope you like what you see. Hope you or what you have heard so far. If there's anything that you want to say, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. You don't have to like this video. This is just for information. But if you do, go ahead and like it. I hope you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. If you have anything else you want to tell me, let me know. I guess that's it. My name is Elemento. This is TwistedCurve. Thanks for stopping by.